I'm Lynn Evans, Curator of Archaeology for Mackinac State Historic Parks. We're here in the Peterson Center Archaeological Storage Collections area, and it's time to take another deep dive into the collections. One of Mackinac State Historic Parks' next major construction projects is to build an addition onto the east end of the Southwest Rowhouse. And as part of the planning process, we've been going back and looking at the records and artifacts from when the site was excavated in the early 1960s. The row house was built in the 1730s and underwent a series of renovations, houses being added and subtracted and modified until the ultimate demolition of the fort in 1781. We don't know very much about the residents of the house from the documents. The 1749 map says it belongs to a household named Chenier, and that name doesn't appear anywhere else in our documents. The 1765 map indicates that it's British officers, and these would be officers from the 60th Regiment. The artifact we're examining today is a small cameo ring. It was excavated in 1962 in a trench from the late British era, but we don't know what the trench's function was. Now, cameo is a form of decoration with a 3D design over a contrasting background. Cameo rings have been around since the Roman Empire and are still popular today. This particular one we believe is glass with a painted decoration. Now, although the British officers did live in this house for a brief period of time, most of the artifacts that we found indicate that the house was lived in by civilian merchants in the 1770s, and this probably belonged to that family. We don't know who they were. The ring today is on display at the commanding officer's house at Colonial Michilimackinac. In all our years of excavation, we have found one other cameo at Michilimackinac, and that was a ring that we discovered in our current project, which is also a merchant's house. This ring was excavated in 2019. It was under the floor near the hearth. The contrast on this one is much less, and it's a much softer material. A conservator has identified it as keratin, which is what makes up animal horn. This ring is not currently on display, but if you're interested in seeing the first one, if you're interested in seeing the archaeological excavation, I hope that you will be able to make it to Colonial Michilimackinac. For 2023, Colonial Michilimackinac opens May 10th, and the excavation will start May 31st. To learn more about visiting the site or about archaeology, you can check out our web pages at www.mackinacparks.com. While you're there, also please check out the section on the Mackinac Associates, where you can join in supporting all of the programs that we do.